Alright, another week, another opener swap on the small door. I'm going to run it up today with an 850 CB in a blue case. So I figured I kind of wanted to do a nice easy head swap today, and today's opener is the Chamberlain quarter horsepower model 1100. So I've shown this opener a few times before. This is a nice one. It's a fairly rare model. This one, so there you go, you can see the tag, kind of. Made in January of 1997, so this is actually one of the last billion code machines, and you can tell it's a newer gen, especially that it's a newer billion code, because this one has a square button. I think it was late 1996 that they started putting the square buttons on them instead of the round ones. So obviously this one is the second gen billion code board, and you can see how the other side of the case looks with the limit adjustments. So this is a very, very quiet machine. I'm still very impressed on how quiet this opener is, because usually these ones, or this style of opener, tends to be pretty noisy. And here's the 8165, and I mean, this thing was pretty decently quiet, but this thing's even quieter than the 8165 is. So running this thing, it does seem to be just a little bit slower, possibly, than the half and third horsepower machines would be. And I can hear, I mean, you can tell that this one's definitely not as powerful. You can kind of hear the way the motor sounds. I don't know, it's kind of hard to describe it, but you can tell based off how the motor sounds that this one's not quite as powerful as the other machines are. So this remote here is the remote that it would have come with. Focus. Here you go. I have just, of course, a 418, 4166. That is what it would have come with. And then I do not have a light lens on it right now, but this opener wouldn't have come with a light lens. I do have one I could put on, and I just don't really especially feel like it. Oh, and the other thing is I'm still using the wedge piece, but I bent the trolley some so that the straight arm fits in there better and the arm isn't all crooked. Which actually, this straight arm is just a little bit bent, a little bit bowed. You can kind of tell, but it runs fine. So let's run this machine. Runs very well. Pushes up on the rail a little bit, but I don't mind. This one is a little bit weird with the limits. Actually, the whisper drive down in the basement has this. It kind of has the same deal, that, especially on the up limit, you notice sometimes it stops and hits the stop bolt. Sometimes it stops a couple inches away from the stop bolt. I think it'd be just a matter of cleaning off the contacts on the limits, which, I don't know, I'm not really going to worry about that right now, because this is only probably just going to stay up for a week. So let's run this up. And this one doesn't really coast at all. This opener is going to need to be rebuilt at some point. There are quite a few bearing noises, and the sprocket also makes quite a bit of noise when you have it off the rail. I don't remember what I was going to climb up and show you. Okay, I don't remember. So, no, we'll just run this again. That's what I was going to show you. So the chain's actually not that loose. I leave it a little loose always, but usually there's a little rubber piece that goes over that little stud thingy, this piece on the trolley. So I might need to get a little rubber piece to put it on there so that the chain doesn't make quite as much noise, because it is a little bit annoying. I really don't mind chain noises a whole lot, but yeah. Oh, and over here, this is our brand new 2024 Kia Niro plug-in hybrid, and it's got 24 miles on it, and on the way home from the dealership that happened. So yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. It's a plug-in hybrid. Interior is actually pretty decently nice. It's even got paddle shifters. Yeah, it's the 1.6 liter inline 4, and it's got a 6-speed automatic. Makes like 180 horsepower, which I don't know. I haven't driven it yet, so I don't know how it actually is yet. But anyway, the van's in the shop right now. It blew a coolant line a couple of weeks ago, so that's what's up. Sounds like the gears might be grinding in it a little bit. And then I will give you a quick sensor check on this door. So I know I say this every time I show a billion code opener, but this one is the newer gen billion codes. The older ones, which were made in 1993 and 94, they would instantly flash the lights when you trip the sensors. And starting in 1995, they changed it to be like this one, that it waits for the door to reach fully open. The other difference is that on the older ones, they are only compatible with the 57LM. A 58LM will not work with it. And on newer ones like this, you cannot use a 57LM because the lock, excuse me, the lock button will run the opener. The light button won't do anything at all. So, anyways, that's really about it. So, just a pretty basic Chamberlain, but these are pretty rare, and I do like this one. So, that's it. We'll see y'all later.